Hello. Running late today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's me. It's me. I hi, it's Thursday. I'm Lucinda. Welcome in. I ever since I developed chronic upper body pain over 25 years ago, I became a person of if you see it needs to be done now, do it, because by the time you get done with whatever it may be, you're not going to do it. And the next day, you might feel so bad that you're definitely not going to be able to do it. So between that and the rear end in 2013, I just have this OCD thing. And so sometimes I'm like, done. I did the dishes. I cooked, my vegetable for dinner. And I'm like, and then I see whatever. And I'm like, oh, no, I got to do that right now. And for better or worse, that's how I have to run my life. And, with this back thing, what I'm noticing is that so often I'm sitting down and I feel perfectly fine. And, I go to bed, I'm good. I get up, I'm okay. And then I stand up after my brunch breakfast and everything just collapses down my spine and starts hurting. And I'm like, what? So it's probably good that I'm kind of OCD about all this. One thing leads to another. I know that song, Rose. Hi, Rose. Hi, Ducky. What's going on? So the sun is shining. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Grateful for the little things. Yeah. We got like 3 inches of rain in a day and a half. Yeah. So where I live in Northern California, Deborah, where I live in Northern California, we had rain over Christmas in the atmospheric river, and over New Year's. We got over 8 to 10 inches in that time frame. Then nothing. Then this storm, 3 inches in a day and a half. And then it looks like a whole bunch of nothing. It's like, please, dear God, can't we just have normal, light, continuous rain that adds up to, the 40 inches we need a year? I guess not. Cat, what's going on? Hi, Cat. Cat, I mailed your box out yesterday. In fact, I mailed everyone's box out, but Ducky and a person whose email I have to fix, and another person who I don't think it's going to work, because I recall having this problem when I lived at my dad's. It just somehow, there was always something, and I could never get them to I don't know, they show up in my chat. They're in a lot of people's chat, but they rarely buy. And then they don't come back, and then their email doesn't work, and then I can't communicate with them. So I'm like, whatever. So today, 30 inches of snow. Oh, Ducky, you're awesome. And hey, Ducky, I peeked in on Leslie's channel. Wasn't that last night? I think that was last night. I don't know. But at any rate, I was like, oh, I remember Leslie. She's bumped up an in-between place. But I haven't been on Leslie's channel in probably a year and a half. So that's why I was like, you sell costume? What? Who are you? I don't really remember. But now I do. Ducky. And thank you so much for all your help with Doug yesterday. Man, that was horrific. And, I reached out to Melly. I'm sure you did too. Hopefully, whatever. So, Rose, are you telling me that you got 30 inches of snow? Because you all have had a blizzard. Woo! You did, Deborah. So, you're the person. PayPal. So, YouTube has been completely insanely ridiculous with their AI stuff for 2 weeks. Insane. Preposterous. PayPal periodically does stuff. Deborah, I've been sending you. Good. Deborah, I've been sending you invoices for a long time. Well, this one has a different, it has a number after a part of it, which shouldn't be there. And I'm like, well, why did PayPal do that? Because I send emails all the time. No. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all because, I mean, it's just like any other program or spreadsheet or whatever. Once you enter the data is there. So why is PayPal changing data? I just have to surrender. Hi, Debbie. You're another Debbie. Welcome. So, let me set my timer. 2 hours. Cha 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 cha. Oh wow! I just got the greatest news. I have a back pain buddy. It's one of my really good friends up here in my valley. She can sit all day long, but she cannot stand or walk, period. She used to be able to walk. I can't really sit and I can't really stand or walk for very long. And we both go to the same doctor that's like in the bigger city, an hour and a half away. And so she knows the receptionist and she called her up and got it so that her and I have appointments half an hour apart. So her husband is going to drive both of us to these appointments. Talk about a great friend. Man. Yeah. It's all bad. So I just got that note. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's awesome. So let me start my timer. And then what I want to say to y'all is that I am going to do a continuation of what I did on Tuesday because that seemed to go pretty well. It's easy for me. It's good prices. And I don't know. I got this huge amount of inventory of vintage earrings. And, I have to go through and sort them. But prices are like buy it now. Except for a few that I'll say starting bid. I do have some necklaces. I do have a bag of wearable jewelry. That'll be a starting bid. I do have what looks to be a fairly modern but really nice enameled rhinestone bracelet. And a couple necklaces. And if anyone is here who has a husband who loves vintage tie tacks, 80 and sunny in the villages in Florida. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't move to Florida. 82 in San Diego. Now, Southern California is not my cup of tea, Deborah. The beaches, yeah. But there's other stuff that I've spent a lot of time down there. I think it's the Pilates Hollywood group that I was around when I was down there. Just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. But the beaches, woo, yeah, and they did. Hi, Heather Gibbs. I'm glad you're here as well. So, I do 2-week build-a-boxes. And this is the second day of week 2. And then I bill out, usually start invoicing 3 to 4 days after this week will be over, after the end of week 2. And so by the time, if you started purchasing in week 1, by the time you would get your stuff, it probably is about a month. That's how it works best for me. However, if you come in and you purchase stuff today and you are like, I don't even want to wait till see what you have tomorrow. I'm not coming back. Or I can't, or whatever. Or at any given time next week, you just tell me in the chat, and please send me an email. It's right there. That you would like me to go ahead and invoice you, and I'll get it to you within 4 days, knowing that my post office is not open on the weekends, and that I live in the middle of nowhere. So I have to drive to my post office and take things there. No one comes here. No one comes here on these dirt roads. So when the weather is really bad, and it was snowing here, it was iced here, it was just flooded on every road all around me. It probably still is on my highway going up towards the Navarro River and the ocean. It's probably still closed. So sometimes there's a weather issue. So that's why I say give me 4 business days. Okay? You're from Brooks, Maine. Hi. Well, welcome in. Okay, so vintage earrings, brooches, bracelets, almost everything, buy it now. Usually Thursday is a low to medium range with a variety. Fridays is my let's talk, let's learn, and let's add to our collection, usually higher end day. Tuesday has been tabletop vintage, household items, to clear that out. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be doing that. And just the last piece of business, I thought this would start by March. So now I'm thinking April, and definitively April. It's only going to be costume vintage jewelry and gold and semi-precious stones vintage jewelry. You know, think Native American, think turquoise, think gas. Oh my gosh. Gas. Spite. Gas. Spite. Oh, Lord. Although this is brand new. Why? I will have to look up this name. I've done this a million times. It starts with a G. It's like a green turquoise, but it's called something else entirely, and it's got the Heshi beads on it. Shell beads. That's expensive. And I'm going to show some different jabbits. And okay. Yeah. So let's, and so I think, I did not. So starting in April, I'm only going to sell jewelry, and I'm going to do the small priority boxes, 2 weeks, and medium priority. So it's going to be a flat shipping, no matter if you buy 1 item or you buy 10 that I can stuff in the box. It's going to make it easy peasy. Okay. If I miss something, please, dear God, tell me. Because like I said, I felt good. And then I stood up to take my dog out and let a mouse out from a live trap. Because, I live in the country and you can't keep them out. You just can't. But I don't kill them. I let them go in the trap, and I give them lots of delicious treats. And my back immediately was like, whoa, what are you doing? So my brain scrambled for a minute. All right. Ducky. Leslie was interested in the Jabbit pens, was she? Uh-oh. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to get a hold of her, Ducky. So maybe since I saw that you mod for her, you could let her know to do a rewatch. How's that? Because, yeah. And then, if she's interested, and if that is what, when she comes in, and if that's what she's primarily interested in, which it probably will be, I'll go ahead and do those first. Hey, everyone, what do you think about my new vintage turquoise ring? It is so rare that I find one that fits me and fits me correctly on my size fingers and on my bigger fingers. Oh my God. I was so excited that this would even fit me and that it's a beautiful old piece and the design of it. And I opened the box and I put it on today and I was like, dang, that's smashing. Raven's chest. Raven's chest. Isn't that fabulous? It's like, it's perfect. And it matches my really old 3 different colored turquoise cuff. Yeah. Boom. Okay. So let's get going. I don't think I forgot anything, but again, y'all yell at me. Ducky knows. Yell at me. So the first thing I'm going to do is this is kind of a clearance, not entirely, but kind of, is a 90s Monet. I don't know why this won't sell, but I cannot run a business and hold on to tons of inventory. 90s Monet gold tone, 4 strands, incredible stone. No idea what it is, but it's a real something, I'm assuming. Buy it now for $11. I'm just trying to move the extender out of the way. Please and thank you, Ducky. Shadow box. Yes, Rose. Right? It's so good. And it's not signed anywhere. So, and I'm not going to spend lots of time on anything. I want to get through a lot. There's the 90s Monet with the little white rhinestone and this large clasp. Here is the extender. It's about 1.5 inches. Nothing special. Here's the 4 strands, gold tone. They did a really good job, super delicate. And then the stone, hopefully it doesn't have my lotion all over it, is this smoky brown. I mean, it may just be a dyed, I don't know what. I don't. I'm getting a Presidium hopefully by April. It is a buy it now. Oh, Leslie. Hi, Leslie. I hear that you're interested in Jabbits. So this, the stone and the bail on this is what makes this so cool. And this color change. And it, quartz, dyed quartz, it does have lines, like a natural striations that go through it. But look at that. See the 3 colors? That's just based on how the light hits it. Okay, I will show those after this. It's got a nice heavy bail, and it is short. It comes down to, oh, Ducky, yell at me. Ducky is too polite. I'm like, yell at me. This is about a 16-inch, almost 18, and then with this, it makes it 20. And I think it's a great summer piece. Whatever in the heck it is, doesn't matter. I think it's cool. Okay. Yeah, yell at me, y'all. And this is about 2 inches by 1.5 inches. Really thick and heavy. So, if no one's interested, this is the last time I'm going to show it. It's going to wind up going in a bag. Jabbit. Okay, so Leslie, I was telling Ducky that I was watching some of your last live, and I was like, oh yeah, Leslie, I haven't been into one of your sales in probably a year and a half. It'll be almost a year. It's almost a year since my father passed. And the last year of his life, I was like in a very OCD routine of where I went and who I watched and going to bed and whatever. And then this year, since he passed, I took like 6 months off of YouTube just to grieve and move. And so, yeah, I'm going to start coming on over. Okay, so that's up. But now we're going to put up these Jabbit pins are going to be Buy It Nows. Well, hold on. They're not all going to be the same price, but they're going to be pretty dang close to it. Let me open it up. I didn't even know what these were until I was perusing the old bay and I saw them and I was like, holy moly, man. So this is going to be, let's do a starting bid. Let's do a starting bid of $18 for the pearlescent and green celluloid. Please and thank you, Ducky. I love this one. So Leslie, I'm going to assume that you know what a Jabbit pin is. Anyone who does not know what a Jabbit pin is? So this is carved out. You have two colors of, it's really a brown. Here is the back. The bottom is this blue with brown with blue carved here. It's almost, so there you go. Hold on. All right. So at 18, and Leslie's in at 18. So at Moon, hi, are you I'm back. God, I don't think that was YouTube. I lost more than half the people. That wasn't YouTube. My animals were playing, and my cat likes to jump over and run through the side of my armchair, which is there's a power plug. And I believe that the cat turned off the extension thing. So I turned it back on. We're good. I'm here. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Animals, what are you going to do? I think I was just saying hi, Moon. I don't have any idea. I'm completely frazzled. Oh my God. So, hi. God, man, that was awful. Okay. So, what Jabbit pens are, to any of you who do not know, they were carved out of celluloid, bakelite, probably fancier material, and they started to become popular. Well, they were popular in royalty along, for centuries, is my understanding. And then at the turn of the century, 1910s especially, both men and women wore these in their jabbit. A jabbit is a scarf. Those, those big fluffy puffy ones, and then they got smaller, and then women started wearing ties like school teachers, and just fancy, you wore a tie like a man. And this would be on the tie or on the scarf. Okay. And they are like the original version of the 1970s stick pins. This is a screw, very thick. So any material you put this through, it's going to make a hole in it. Okay. So I would use these in my collection, and I would use these for shadow boxing. And then you just put on the bottom and screw it back on. And I learned so much. Think Gilded Age, except if it was in the 1900s, 1910. So Leslie's in. Ducky, that's hilarious. Yeah, Moon, I don't know if I was saying something. So we can count this one down. So this is lucite. They are about, and I happen to get a really good price on these. This one is 4.5 inches long. They're each one very unique and original. We can go ahead and count it down. Yeah. Right? 100%. So that's what I mean. I know a lot, enough to be dangerous, but I can never know everything about jewelry. Never, ever. And this is one of my favorites, Leslie. So I love the colors on this and the cutouts. Yay. Jabbit. 100%. Okay, so I'm going to go through and show the blue green Jabbit. I am going to go through and show more. I'm assuming, you're welcome, Leslie. I'm assuming you would like to see some more. So I'm going to go for that. This one. Now, this one seems more like a lady's tie to me. And it is going to start at 20. Yeah. This one, Jabbit. I mean, with the thick enough pin, you could unscrew this and pull it out like a hat pin, right? And attack someone. So this, even though it's lucite, doesn't it look like a mother of pearl? I have one that actually is definitely seems like mother of pearl to me. And then it's got the 6 rhinestones embedded. It's a shorty. That's why I'm thinking ladies. here's that brownish green. See, they say celluloid, and I believe it. I haven't tested them for Bakelite, but you know, a lot of it rings like Bakelite to me, or some of them do. In this one, same thing. The bottom comes undone. There's the point. And this one starts at 20. I just like it because, and you can see, I mean, they're old. This is old. This one may be older than some of the others. And it is only about, yeah. No, this one's celluloid, but some of them is, the stones are white. The rhinestones, oh, I see why. Yeah, white. They're picking up a color. But they're white. And this one is 2.5 inches tall by an inch wide at the widest. I just find that this cutout super interesting. So we could talk about that, Leslie. And I'm not sure, but you could send me an email to remind me, okay? Why don't you do that? Okay, so that one was started at 20. Did we put that in, Ducky? I don't know. I know I've had people who come back and watch later, and they're like, "You did? Oh, don't tell me that that's happening to me." Oh, there it is. Yay. I'm like, please don't let what was happening to Doug be happening to me. I don't know. Moving on. I forgot what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. But Leslie sent me an email. So this was sold to me in a lot of Jabbits. To me, this is more a hat pin. And because it's got the stick pin base, is it even more modern? You guys tell me what you think. But this one, honestly, is going to start at $11. Yeah, I mean, I can tell by this, the top, this is older. The metal on the top. But this is a plastic. Is it a lucite? I'm not so sure about that. And then see here, and it's the stick pin. Now, hold on. Hold on. This is what's going to be the big clue. It actually does look as though it did have screws at some point, but they've worn off. It's not glass. It's plastic. It's an acrylic of some type. If it was glass, I wouldn't start it at 11. That's why I'm like, I don't get it. And then see here, the silver tone is coming off. I mean, it's just metal. Just all the other ones, the metal is already basically down to its copper because they're that old. But this one did have screws, and I think it's missing the bottom. So someone put a stick pin bottom on it, which it comes out of. And how long is it, Leslie? That's a good question. I mean, maybe it's a Jabbit. It seems a little more modern to me. It is almost 5 inches. It's like 1/8 of an inch less than 5 inches long. And I think it's gorgeous. I think it's worth $11, but I just, I have those questions. The hallmarks of that look turn of the century. The screw part, the fact that the, overlapping is disappearing. I just don't know about the plastic. Yeah, that's what I think. What, so Leslie, what do you think about this? Do you think that this was a Jabbit pin and someone put this in here and created a newer like hat pin during the, let's bring back the hat pin craze? Just curious. I'm always wanting to learn. So, yep, there you go. Thank you. Okay. This, and that's fine. We can pass. This one is going to start at 17. This is glass. This is a shorty. It is white. It is a short double white glass. Excuse me. Well, that's interesting because this is glass. Yeah, this is glass. So this is, they said the whole lot was lucite, but it might be a hard lucite. Okay, I'll give them that. Hard lucite. It's a hard lucite. It's just so thick that it taps on my teeth like glass. It's a hard lucite because it's very thick. And it's got that swirl. It's lucite. It just tapped like glass, but it's not. It's thick lucite. And I love the swirl. And I can just, imagine this on a really, I've been rewatching The Gilded Age, which I rewatch things like that a lot. And so I can just imagine, in the 1910s, a lady with their, nice thin tie wearing this, with some very elegant satins and stripes and swirls. And this would do the same as rhinestones or other glass. It would catch all the sunlight, right? It does have a little bit of bubbling. I think this one is going to be about 3 inches long. And this one's screw is in pretty much mint condition, as is the metal. There's some gone, but it's in really good condition. And this is older. This is not a reproduction. And it is, let me screw it back together. This is one of my favorite. I'll show you my absolute favorite in a second. This is 3 inches long. Hi, Heidi. It has teeny, tiny, what looks to me like the tiniest of little air bubbles. They're so small, you have to be like you and me are, where you're like staring at it and going, what's going on in there? What's happening? Let's see if I can show you with the loop what I mean. See right there? So just as the plastic is settling, it created little air pockets. And there, that looks to be a bigger one, but it also might be that's the carving. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Those aren't scratches. Yeah, no, it's not. It, it looks like glass. It taps like glass, but it also taps like very thick lucite. So it's 17 starting bid. So that's what I got. That's what I got. That's what I got. Let me show you where's my favorite one, Wesley. We can pass on that. Yeah, it does. It does. But the whole lot was sold to me as lucite, and it was from. Now look, I don't know this person personally, and so if I'm bidding on something on another platform that's not someone I know personally, I do a lot of research before I make the bid unless I already absolutely know what I'm doing. So, I took my time with this stuff and I researched it before I ever put in a bid. Well, well, I'm here to tell you, I think it's lucite. I don't think it's glass. Because it sounds like almost like glass when I tap it on my teeth, right? Let's do glass. Okay, screw it. I'm going to call it glass. But they said lucite. So, you know what? I can't. This is a mystery piece to me. The bubbles would suggest glass, right? It taps like glass, but it was all sold to me as lucite. And so this one is hard for me to make out. That's all I got. Yep. Well, it's not a reproduction, Leslie. So I can't argue with you. I don't know. I don't know. I started out saying it was glass. Then I said I think no, it's very thick lucite. So, and then so Leslie, it is what it is. I know just enough to be dangerous, and jabbits are not in my wheelhouse. So this one starts at $22, and I went ahead and put this one on a vintage scarf. So this vintage hanky will forever have a hole. But I was trying to show people, trying to match things up and show people kind of what a jabbit pin would look like on a scarf. Right? So it stays on here. Thank you, Leslie. I mean, it, and see, this one has the same type of caps as what Leslie says is a reproduction. The one with plastic, and plastic really doesn't seem right. This is incredible. I've never seen lucite that looks like mother of pearl. It's a very thick coating. And then this is raised. They're hollow inside. Yep, 22. Ducky, please and thank you. 22. And this one is about 4 inches long as well. I have 3 favorites, and this is one of them. But the material is what fascinates me. I I know plastic is my favorite. So Leslie, plastic is my favorite thing. Plastic is like, for me, what really gets me going. So I don't understand this plastic. I don't understand, and I haven't had enough time between my back and every my grief and everything else to understand why this would be lucite, because to me it's more like a drop coat thick painting application over top of a lucite or something. So yeah, that's all I got, but I think it's gorgeous. So there you go. Okay. Well, Leslie, I don't know. I don't. Leslie, how about this? Um, I don't know what it is that you're looking for in terms of Jabbit pens, and I don't know that I'm ready to sell them in a whole set or not. So, yeah, I mean, I'll just quickly say, so this one has this tiny, that's just where it's worn off. Someone did not prick it. It's just from being worn. It's a pot metal. It does have white rhinestones right there. This is definitely a lucite. You can see how it's a little bit loose. This is not a reproduction. It's like grass green. The stones are not dead, contrary to how it's showing up on screen. It's just because they're in that pot metal. This one is about 4.5 inches long. Here is the back, and this one starts also at 22. No, no stones are missing. It's one of these pieces. It just doesn't like to show up correctly on here, Leslie. It's just one of those pieces with the pot metal. Like this looks like it's a dead stone. This looks like it's a dead stone. They're not dead stones. This one is slightly darker than all the rest, but the same thing is true in the corner of this right up there. So I believe that's just how it's made. See, so here they look dark and some look light, and then they look light, and then, I don't know what to do about that. But this is a truly old one. I love this. Is, well, isn't this nice? This is like very deco to me. What do you think, Leslie? Hi, Karen. Good for you. I did a lot of working the last couple of days. You think this is deco? We can count it down for Leslie unless someone wants to come in at 23. That's what this reminds me of, with the arrow shape, kind of like the diner signs. You remember that? Which is later, but this very much reminds me of Art Deco. So pretty down here. So pretty. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate it. You and I could probably have a very lively conversation one day about what I know and about what you know. And oh no. Um, Everyone, I'm going to mute for just a second. Tug. Okay, now my dog is barking. I'm so sorry. Y'all can hear me, right? Tug. Leslie, I'm sorry. That's the way it is. That was a very important call from the fiduciary of my father's estate. So I had to answer the phone. I muted you, Karen. I muted you. I had to answer that. It's something I don't want to talk about, but it's getting near the end of it. And so, yeah, I had to go. Okay, well, Leslie left, but we're going to carry on. This Jabbit pen is one of my other favorites. I wish Leslie was here. This one starts at $28. This one is beautiful. So I apologize again, but I mean, the fiduciary, she never calls me back. And so the minute I saw that it was her, I was like, I don't think we need to have a long talk, but I really need to answer the phone. So I rushed through and we got it straightened. It's all a bunch of very annoying, emotional control from sibling. He's not my anymore. I don't claim him as that, but no, not at all. I'm going to do a bunch of earrings and other stuff. Today is actually going to be a clearance, but because Leslie came in, but she's busy, and she seems like a very strong, organized business lady, which is great. I mean, she's really, what is the word? It's a compliment. Not organized, but self-motivated. And when she's got something going on that she needs to take care of, or, she needs to move on, she does it. And, and she goes and takes care of it. And good for her. Look at this. Is this not incredible? So this is a cream and black rhinestone bling everywhere. 4 on the bottom. Yes. All of that. Yep. She's strong, and she gets it done. This is only 2.5 inches tall and 1.25 inches wide or long at the top. And I would say this could have been a man or a woman's in their scarf. I don't know, but this is an outstanding example. And it's too bad that Leslie left, because I think she would have loved this one. The stones in this one, it's outstanding. And it's down to the copper metal. Ducky, maybe you want to take a shot and send it to her. Here's the front. And here's the back. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I have 2 others in there, but I don't think, I know I've showed them to you all before, and I haven't gotten a lot of bites, so I'm going to move to the, and then there's this one. This one starts at 15. I love I just love the stack of this one. And it's got a stone at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put these away. There's a couple in there I didn't show. And I'm going to move to, and that one was 15. The stacked one. Yeah. Oh, on a lapel. I mean, the only thing is that the screw part is really thick. That's why in the reproductions, with the stick pins, it was that just like a brooch, thin little pin, so you could go in and out of material and not leave a hole. This is a thick metal with a screw. So you put it through something, there's a hole. So, okay, so you remember, let's go with, like, I'm making this up. Queen Victoria, making this up, and her king, Prince Albert, her partner, Prince Albert, they wore those big puffy lace things that had holes, so you could put it through a hole, out through a hole, and not make a hole on your material, right? Otherwise, you'd have to leave it there forever unless you could constantly buy new clothes, which I don't think most people could. Okay, so, oh my Lord, I have, first off, let's do this mixed, all wearable bag of jewelry. Yeah, a buttonhole would work, Karen. Karen is my sissy. Karen, we're selling together with Becky on March 15th. And I'm going to be half asleep. How many eggs you got out of those chickens lately, Karen? So this is a mixed bag of jewelry, all wearable. Let me see how many pounds it weighs. It doesn't. It weighs 15 ounces. And it is going to start at $18. And what does it have in it? It starts at $18. Oh, Lord. This ring light? It's in a yellow bag. So there's the black and red satin beads. There's the old wire wrap that just kind of, it's like those slap bracelets that just fits around your hand. There's painted flowers and lime green beads. There is a bracelet with turquoise chips. There is these orange. There's two of them. These orange earrings have seashells and glitter that is coming off. It's like concaved and it's cut out in grooves. I think they're Bakelite. And the front, you've got to take the front off. You've got to take the front off. Oh, you mean up here? That's possible. So, see, I think this is lovely. You've got these basic things. This is a pair of earrings. Someone made them jean stuff. I don't know. Stretch bracelets. I love the butterflies. Uh-oh, that one just fell. Metal. Pearl. This glitter chain. Now, okay, nope. We're going with Craft Lot because that does not have a back. So more than half is wearable. More than half, like 2/3. Here is what I mean about this. But you see this? This tested as Bakelite for me. The orange. So I would take the back off and soak this off and do something entirely different. There's two of them. Yeah, change it to craft. And God, what else is in here? There's a lot in here. There's just a lot going on. There's just a lot going on. And I dropped something. I need to go get it. Good Lord. Here's this. There is one of those plastic gauges. There is, I'm just about done. This is a earring clip-on. And a lot of those have pairs and others do not. So you could use the stones. Some of it, like I said, is 100% wearable, and others of it, you need to take it apart and craft with it. And let me change this to this, and then there's still all of that in here. I mean, silver, golds. I listen, y'all. It's a decent lot. It's not just for crap. It's really not. It's just I have a ton of stuff for repairs. Like, for instance, if you want to make something or you want to repair something or you need like a faux pearl, take it off of there. You want this little Capodimonte flower, take it off. You want some enameled earrings, where here's a bar pen brooch with a place to put something on to dangle. You figure it out. Here we go. I am not gonna. I have so much of this type of stuff. So, okay, we're gonna pass. We're gonna pass, and it's gonna go down here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with that. Okay, now we're gonna do the. We're gonna do the earrings. We're gonna get into this. Yes, we are. I have. Okay, so these are buy it now $3, please, and thank you, Ducky. And again, I'm so sorry. Thank you, all of you, for putting up with me spending a moment talking with the fiduciary of my mother and father's estate. My dad's anniversary is March 3rd, 1 year, and it's been a really hard 5 years. It's been a terrible 3 years, and this last year has, yeah. So I needed to deal with that. $3, buy it now. Clip on gold tone. They do have some kind of little maker's mark right there. I don't know what it is. No, thank you. So $3, buy it now. They are very lightweight. They're probably 90s floral. $3, and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move because I have so much of these earrings. Anyone watching back, email me. Let me know. Thank you, Heidi. It's just been, it's something I didn't, I didn't understand. I had no idea. I had no idea that people behaved like this in families, let alone my family. Oh, wait, Rose is in. Sold to Rose. Thank you, Rose. Yeah. I found out a lot of stuff that I did not want to know and that I had no idea about. And then I got a lot of blessings too. A lot of blessings by being the person who was there for my father. So, a lot of blessings. But yeah, I didn't know families were ugly. Do now. Okay. These are going to be a buy it now for $5, Ducky. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I knew my family was dysfunctional, but did not know the extent. These are really cool. I do not know. Let me change the ring light color. Oh, I hate that. I hate all of it. Why is it so weird? Oh, well. It's really weird. I don't know if these originally came like this. They're on very long gold tone wires. This is an old, like Venetian style maroon, dark maroon bead with this really lighter maroon. It's got little cutouts like a flower, and then this foil frosted, but not Chinese, not modern, and a tiny orange seed bead. So I think someone took, and it's got that gold Fritz line. Good Lord. Thank you, Deborah. They're not that heavy. And the red, it's not showing up here because, of course, why would it, right? But the light plays through. Stop moving. There you go. See that? Okay, those were 5. Those were 5. And to me, if these don't sell, I'll wind up, I'm going to put them aside. I'll wind up putting these in mine. Okay. This is going to be a ring that I put on today. Doesn't fit me. Not correctly, anyway. It is silver plate. It says, oh, look at that. It says at Sarah. This was a Sarah Coventry ring. I have had this since the late 70s and have been wearing it. I had no idea because I wasn't selling this type of costume yet. So it's just too tight on right here because I have the fatter little chubby fingers and I didn't like the way it felt anymore. It is a silver plate. It is a buy it now for $4. I love the design. It is just costume. And inside, where I can't believe that. That's so funny. It says copyright Sarah right in there. Unbelievable. And it is a big size. I wore it on this finger on me. That is so funny. Of course, it's a Sarah Coventry. It's adjustable. So get out of here. Get out of here. Right now, it currently says it's at 11 and a half. I know this finger is a size 11. So I'm going to call this a size 10 because it really should be smushed back down just a little. Buy it now, $4. Oh, sold to Deborah. There you go. I wore this for years and years, Deborah. I hope you enjoy. I have I'm trying to work out a better system. I've got little paper now to put through. I don't want to use plastic bags. I'm actually trying to get rid of all my plastic bags right now, but thank you, Deborah. But I'm trying to figure out a system for when I go. I think okay, so in April, when I start the priority flat rate small boxes and then medium, I'm just going to have boxes over here, and I'm just going to put things in a box with someone's name on it. Just immediately. Boom, boom, boom. Hi, 710. How's it going? How are you today? So these are different. Whoops. I think they're fun. I love the yellow color. Talk about spring. These are some type of acrylic. I'm going with 1970s. It's kind of orangish yellow on the bottom, yellow on the top. Hanging wire earrings. Buy it now. $3. They're not that heavy. I think they're pretty interesting. I actually have a bunch of this different types of plastic that someone got from somewhere, and I bought it in a lot from them. And I have been going through. These are different. You could easily change the jump rings. And I've been going through and putting wires on. For that matter, you know what? If someone wants these, I don't like these here. I will take these off and just have this hanging on the wire. It'll take me a minute. So that'll make it that much shorter. Okay. And that's about 1.5 inches. Yep. And if you want the split rings, you can have it. But depending on the light, these are like an orange or a yellow. And I love that they're cut. And I think they're fun. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm doing with the earrings. Oh, I have so many. So if someone decides, I will take the split rings off. Yeah, it's a happy color. That's what I liked about it. It's a happy color. Okay, what is this? What is in here? Ooh, this is not earrings. I didn't bring too many. I bought just a couple really more expensive items. I could have waited to show this till tomorrow. I'm doing it today. This is a rhinestone egg pendant. Vintage. It starts at $20. It is it's on a chain. This is outstanding. It's heavy too. There is no missing stones. And it just reminds me of like an Easter egg. Here's the bottom. It's definitely vintage. I checked it because, Forever 21 and all those little stores started doing all this repop stuff with those thick like collars with just a mishmash of flowers and rhinestones and gewgaws. In the 2000s, this is not that. This is probably the bail is actually really pretty solid because it's a heavy piece. I'm thinking this is like, I don't know, 60s, maybe 70s with the disco craze. And the chain is just your basic chain, right? If you really wanted, for some reason, it's just got a spring clasp and about 1 inch extender. If for some reason someone really wanted, it is I think it's about 20 inches. If 7, 11, it's 22 plus the drop is an inch and a half. 22-inch chain plus the drop is an inch and a half. If someone, Ducky, Ducky, I thought you did a really good job explaining all the YouTube technocrat stuff yesterday. I appreciated hearing that. Thank you. If someone really wanted this, but you wanted this, even though this is not sterling silver and it's hollow inside, on a sterling silver chain, I would charge you $20 for an 18-inch chain. It's this thing. It's incredible. Hi, Jessica. I just watched a short about chocolates and balloons and I don't know what all from you and your dumpster diving. Anyway, this thing's spectacular. Thank you so much. Okay, this is going back. Think about it. That's I love it. I love it. But and earrings. Oh, I showed those yesterday. I'm trying to show some stuff first that I haven't shown yet. These are $1. These are modern. These are $1. I'm jumping around. You know, I jump around. I jump around. I jump around. Now, they are a brand. And brand are they? Wait a minute, that must be backwards. Okay, what is going on? Why can I not read this? Let me try that again. I have it upside down one more time? Come on. I think it's Sarah Cove. Sarah Cove, they're $1. They're clip on Sarah Cove. And they are definitely, so in my mind, this is like 70s to 80s, I think, but at this moment, I'm not positive because I've got something else on my mind. That Sarah Cove was bought out by someone and went strong through the 90s, maybe into the 2000s, possibly is still around today, although I don't think so. You see how thin this is cut? They are very lightweight. And then in the middle here, I'm going to get up and change my overhead ring light in a minute. In the middle here is the dome rhinestone ball. They're just, and then see how they're layered. It's all machine cut. And there is no other rhinestones except for these ABs in the middle. Well, I don't know, but Rose, they're buy it now for $1, so they're sold to Rose. Tsunami alert at Ducky's. Oh, because of the water. I was like, no, Ducky. Ducky's near the water. Are you kidding? No, Rose, they're sold to you. They're gorgeous. And they're very, they lean towards pink. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I spend a lot of time bringing medium to higher end costume and talking about it. And sometimes I just want to like have a lot of stuff that a lot, as in a lot, not a lot of items, but having a box, having a bunch, having a lot of something this simple that I can just bring to all of you and have fun and not stress, right? It's nice for me. Thank you, Rose. It's nice for me, you know. It reselling is a lot of work, and sometimes I'm just like, man, can I keep this simple? Oh, these are really, now, unfortunately, most of these are clip-ons, but they're absolutely gorgeous. This pair is going to be $2. Buy it now. I'm going to get up. I wish I need a thing. I got to look at Amazon and find a thing or get a receipt spike out of my stuff somewhere that I can just put right there while I walk away, right? But I don't have such a thing at the moment. Unless it was a necklace bust, but even then, excuse me, dog. Excuse me, Tug. So I have an overhead light that's just like a ring light, and it changes to 5 different colors. And I had it kind of on the orange setting, just like a ring light. That was deliberate for my office, which also in March, my office is going to have shelves and have a real closet with hanging clothes. Well, not a real closet, but hanging clothes. Put in all of that because I can't stand this. So, Rose, where's the $1? Now, Rose, hold on. You asked me a question. Why can't I make this move? Oh my gosh. Come on. Now, what? No, sorry. I want this to go away. Now, Rose, you are asking me if I could loop them. Oh, show them up close with the loop. Yes. And I want to see, I'll show you the backs. I want to see if these are a brand. You know, people put these on these cards. That's all well and good to keep them contained, but then the cards just get in my way. So there is no maker on the back. This is the back. Let me loop them. Bye, Jessica. Give your guinea pigs a pet for me. I think that's what you have, guinea pigs. And if people don't know Jessica and her dumpster diving channel, you should go over and take a look. Let me put this down. So they dip in, and then they have this like kind of, they're brushed, and they have this kind of swirl back, almost like a folded leaf, if that makes any sense at all. But they have movement, so I like that. They have movement, so I like movement. I like articulation. Rose, $2. Thank you, Rose. I have a bag for you, Rose, and I'm putting all your earrings in a bag. So I don't, that, can you imagine trying to find all these things? I just put them in this big box. Oh my gosh. Well, Ducky, stop doing that. What is it? Do you need me to mail you a tumbler with a lid that screws on? Am I the person who's making you laugh? Yes, like a toddler sippy cup. You want one? I'll buy you one and I'll mail it to you. Okay. Um, these are fun. I love them, but hey, we all know how I feel about my plastics. These are older. They have a copper back. They made no bones trying to hide that. So if I'm surprised they don't say something like Japan on them. They are wire wrapped. I promise. They are wire wrapped. They are this gorgeous light purple acrylic. They are beads. You see that? This one is like filled in, like where they cut it. But this one was left like, because I think originally these had those holes in this one here. See, for wire wrapping, because this is all wire wrapped onto the back. So these are, buy it now, $2. And I bet they glow. I mean, doesn't really matter, but let's play with that. They don't. Oh, yes, they do. Just the smallest, hold on, just the smallest amount. See that? Just a little. So, yeah, early 1950s, especially because of the copper backings. Possibly even earlier, I don't know, because of the plastic beads. I really feel like right after the war, they are wire wrapped, copper wire. So yeah, it had to be after the war. So there you go. They're pretty. I understand why our moms and our grandmas wore these. They're very pretty. I think we all make messes, just different types of messes. And when I'm in my so those were by it now too. When I'm in a vibro flare, Lord have mercy, I drop stuff and spill stuff all over the place. Okay, these I'm not even happy showing those. I don't want to. These I do. These are beautiful screw back. These are definitely, my impression of these is that they've been around a while. They're buy it now for $3. Screw on, silver, flowers, most likely roses. The silver tone is just starting to show in a few spots the slightest bit of the copper underneath. And that is not, even though, look at the back of these. This is why, let me undo this. So we already sold these. Oh, it does, honey. I just want to show the back of these. So Rose, sold to Rose. This is why I think these are older. You see the back that is stamped. That's machine stamped. It's not hand filigreed, but it has a vibe of more like 1930s to me. It's very well made. I almost wanted to test these for silver plate, but based on how many I have that I'm going to be going through in the next couple of weeks, I was like, no, I don't think I need to do that. Okay, these go to Rose. Thank you, Rose. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get, I do have my little, I do have small jewelry boxes that mailers. And maybe that's what I should do. I should just make a bunch of those and have those over here. But I've got to wait till I rearrange my office, and then I can have my table next to me with boxes from my regular customers and just, yeah. I'm working it out, y'all. Working it out. Okay. Anyone want to do a giveaway for this little cheaper by the dozen? Well, this must have been from the movie. It is a keychain. I'm going to write a number here. Anyone who's purchased from me today, it just goes on a charm bracelet or a keychain. See how it's like a movie thing and 12? And then it says on the back, cheaper by the dozen. It must have to do with the movie. That's all I can think of. Put in a number from 1 to 15. If you're interested, if you've purchased from me anytime in this last 2 weeks, and it'll get thrown into your box. Put in a number from 1 to 15. I wrote the number down. And if no one wants it, that's okay too. When did that movie, that's an old movie. I actually recently tried to rewatch it, and it was kind of funny, but I've never really liked, I've never been a huge fan of Steve Martin. I actually knew Steve Martin when he was a balloon clown on Pier 1 in San Francisco before he became an actor. And he has an attitude. So, okay, 2003. Wow. Okay, so no one's picking a number, so no one's interested. So we will move on. Okay. Boom. Done and done. That was easy. And I'm not offended. Well, Zenzord picked a number. Zenzord picked 12. Zen, have you bought from me this round? Okay. Zen, have you bought from me this round of the 2-week Build-A-Boxes? Because I don't want to either that, or I can hold on. Because you're the only one who, the number I picked is 4. But you're the only one who played. Okay, I'm not going to, you have, okay. Then it's yours, Zen. There you go. Thank you, Zen. Thank you for playing. How are you, Zen? Zen, did you see my beautiful ring from Raven's Chest? I'm in love with it right now. Thank you. Thank you for playing. And I have put this here. And my tape isn't there, but I better write it down. Movie, slate, Zen, 0. There you go. I don't know if that's going to stay on there or not. Okay. And I still have that up. I apologize. That'll disappear in a minute. Okay. Oh, these are a buy it now for $1. And again, hold on. These are a long dangle. I undo them in one fall. Thank God it didn't fall all the way down. These really look like a 2000 repop to me. They're still very pretty, but they're modern. Ah, thank you, Heidi. So these are indeed teeny tiny little. Hold on. So they're two things. They're teeny tiny little rhinestone chips. And the metal is a very high silver tone, right? So it just creates all that sparkle. They are another one of those ones that's really small. So if you have fat, older earlobes, they're going to be tight on you. They're extremely lightweight. Extremely lightweight. And Rose, it's sold to Rose. Rose, what do you do with all these earrings, Rose? Do you secretly have a store? Or do you, are you a lady who dresses in the morning and then dresses for drinks and then dresses for dinner? That's what we used to do. I mean, I didn't really do that. I dressed for day wear, and then in the evening, if I was going out or if friends were coming over or whatever, yeah, I changed. But I didn't go, all out, so to speak. Let's swap it up to this for a minute. I tested these. They do say 925. But the red is light. And I believe that's fair because I think they're probably plated. They're little tiny, like children charms, if you will. They were pretty, Deborah. They're little tiny children's charms. They're going to be your choice. There's 3 of them. Your choice to go on a charm bracelet or a keychain or give to your little kiddo. Oh no, I can't believe I just dropped one. That was really dumb. They just say 925 and something I can't read. Oh my God. Oh, good. It's right here. This is the worst thing for my back. So we're going to figure this out where I have more room on my computer table. So these are a choice at $5 a piece. And I think that the idea is, let me just show you this first. There's the loop. I think the idea is they're supposed to be like birthstones for your different children. And they're a heart, so that's a green one. And they're just about an inch tall. Are they real semi-precious stones? I doubt it. I would have no way of knowing. Like I said, the red was a light red, which leads me to believe it's plate, even though it says 925. This is blue. Let me show you the difference. God, it doesn't look different at all. Hold on. Okay, that's wackadoodle. Hold on. Wackadoodle. Oh, good night, Heidi. Thank you for coming. No, these are both green. Wow, they really changed in the light because when I looked at them and was doing research, one was blue. So there's 2 green hearts. Wow. I saw blue and green. And red. And see the little feet? See the little peoples? That's so funny. And I swear they're birthstones. So maybe someone, I don't know what green stone is. Maybe someone had two, whatever the green is, and one red, whatever that is. I don't know. Banner. Didn't I change the banner? I did. Thank you. Okay. So $5 choice. I just think they're cute. And they are sterling silver. I'm calling them plate. And I do know that I need to get my, that's the back. My test kit. I need to get a new test kit and new organza bags. Just thought I'd see what y'all think about those. I think they're kind of cute. Okay. Oh, good Lord. Let's do this. They are cute. I mean, and especially if you, I don't know, people are into this stuff, soccer moms. I don't know. So you never know. Maybe you have a friend who's a soccer mom. I had conflicting feelings and I got conflicting information on this piece. Some people say that it's 24 gold carat plated. Other people say it's brand spanking new. Other people say it's vintage, like as in the 90s. It is not marked. There is a place to mark it, but there is no stamp. It is a very nice cuff bracelet. It does fit me. Whatever it is, it's going to be a starting bid of $10, be it a repop or be it a 1990s. I don't know. It's very nice. It fits well. So it is enameled or faux enameled, hard to tell. Pink rhinestones, purple. Those are blues, right? No, greens. And then giant pink with light pink around it. And it's pretty heavy. I don't know where someone came up with the idea that it was 24 karat gold. And maybe it is. I don't feel that way. I didn't bother testing it. And I could be making a big mistake. So, but it has all the hallmarks of how they used to be made. It also has hallmarks of being a reproduction. But it's a mighty fine reproduction. It fits me. I'm a 7.25 and it fits me very comfortably. And I think it's really pretty. I think it would be a beautiful spring bracelet. So there you go. And I just got it in. Yeah. I just got it in. And honestly, no matter what age it is, it's really sweet. And I could see myself wearing it. So, Okay. These are going to be a buy it now for $1. They are pink rhinestones. They are meant to hang off of your stud earrings. I showed them yesterday. Showing them again. So you can have them hanging down long, medium, or short, because this part is behind your ear. Right? You can't even see that. So little. These were really popular in the 90s. like clairs and whatnot. And they're just fun. They are gold tone. Yeah. $1. $1. And they are roses. I always really liked this. I thought it was a really cool way to jazz up a pair of earrings. Sold to Rose for $1. Thank you, Rose. Rose likes dainty. Rose likes pink. Rose likes roses. I'm glad I decided to get a bag for you. I would be spending hours looking for all the little stuff to put that together. Okay. I'm going to show these again, and I'm going to do a starting bid. We went round and round and round. I saw nothing. We went round and round and round with these, and I'm not going to do that again. These are going to start at $30, and I did my research. I have found my research again, but I'm not even going to go there. They are sterling silver. They are stamped RJA. Okay. Start at $30. I'm not going round and round. They were my mother's. They are vintage. They have the little floral cutout. The marcasite. Ooh wee. Okay. Now this color is blowing it out. There you go. Not marcasite, malachite. Malachite has really good banding. Very dark green with white bands. Sits up nice and high. It has a cutout right there. These are either 80s, 70s, 80s. Probably picked up at one of the shops traveling through the desert by my mother. Little stud earrings. They are worth at least double what I'm asking. And I'm sorry that the malachite, malachite, now I'm saying it right, is not showing the bands like it should. But it's nice because not all malachite that you see, maybe you see it better from back here, has the striations. So it's nice quality. And we'll take it down and whoops. Sorry, Deborah. And we'll move on. These are really gorgeous. I'm just not going back through that whole discussion. Not doing it. Not doing it. Yeah. Okay. Bringing this. This is now starting at 40. Sterling silver, old piece of turquoise, open double band setting. Now starts at 40. So you give me enough time to do my research. And prices go up. Sometimes they go down. Sometimes they go down. Depending. It does go both ways. I've had pieces where I'm like, this is, I'm asking $30. And then after I've had it for a while, I revisit it and I do my research all over again. And I'm like, you know what? No, it should be starting at 20 or whatever. I'm very fair. This is a really, really good piece of dark sky blue turquoise with the brown and black matrix. A lot of sterling silver. If I was, you know, a different type of reseller, I'd be telling you how many grams that was and what the melt value was worth and all of that, I don't think I'm ever going to get into that. That's just, I can't deal with that. It's open back here. It's super comfortable. I mean, super comfortable. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I, if I ever get to that point, God bless my friends who do that, and they know what things are worth. They follow the silver market. They follow the gold market. You know, I just, I don't want to do that. If silver is high, then okay, I'll pay attention to that. But I don't want to get caught up in that. I want to know what I paid for it and what I need to get back, and then I'm good. It is an 8.5. An 8.5. This is like probably 1960s, 1970s. I'm gonna do another ring right quick. I don't do recaps, so moving on. This is a Vermeil. 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 Sterling silver 925. To me, it's super fancy style. It is concave. This is going to start at, I paid a pretty penny for this, and that was before silver went up. This is going to start at 40 also. And then you see how it concaves out, so it gives the illusion that it's bigger than it actually is, right? It's not uncomfortable to wear. I bought it for myself. There is no stones. That's all just sterling silver. This is sterling silver. Yeah, this is a great ring. And I paid more than 40. Bought it for myself. Does not fit me. Not where I want it to. And these are, see, because it's concave, these are really weird. It goes down to almost 9. It's below an 8. So I'm going with 8. Yeah, see, and because of that, it's not, see, we just did an 8.5 here. No, so it's an 8.25. 8.25. It's super fancy. If you need to wear a ring that makes it look like you're married or you're engaged so that people leave you alone, this is your ducky. This is your sweet spot. Put this on and just wave your hand around, and the people will go away. I do suspect this was probably a couple $100 ring at a jewelry store. Okay. And I would love to sell it for that. But, there we are. Hey, anyone want this This is a random thing, but this is pretty cool. I have a whole collection of this stuff, and I, by all rights, should be putting it in there. This is going to start, if you know anything about this and you have a crossover interest, then you know. This is going to start at $4. It is a Coca-Cola fan pin. You know, it's for fans. It is Communication Core, Atlanta, Georgia. It is the, God, I feel like someone's on my property right now. It is the Giants Coca-Cola. I thought it was the Giants and the A's. Why do I think that? I guess I'm just nuts. It's just the Giants. The Giants football team with the Coca-Cola logo. And look at the style of the helmet. This is older. And it is, see that? So this is not a brooch. This is more like if you're a baseball fan. I mean, football fan. And the colors, this is Giants. Atlanta, Georgia. So look it up when the Giants in Atlanta, Georgia in this pin. Starts at $4. And I know I'm bringing a lot of random stuff. It's about an inch and an inch. But, you know, I am. That's what I'm doing today. This brooch, $3. $3. Buy it now. It is what? 19. Does it have a switch? No, it doesn't have a switch. And the pin back doesn't come through. I'm going with 70s or 80s. Brooch. Buy it now, $3. Look at that. I love that, how you bring stuff up to the computer and it shows all these little things that you don't see when it's not in the ring light. I don't really notice a lot of those little demarcations in there when it's not under the ring light. But you can see it's gold tone. It's super shiny. It's big. It's probably about 2.5, maybe 3 inches around. It's layered. Layered. And it's okay if we're doing a lot of passing. And then see, it's just your basic brooch back here, pin. It's very shiny. It's very, even the stamen of the flower, I think it's done very well. But you know, and it's big. Woo! Hello. Oh, hello, Rose. Sold to Rose. Look at that. And I do think it's a rose. Rose, I have figured it out. It's not me. I think that the most common flower is roses and lilies for floral pins, floral brooches, earrings. So it's not that I'm targeting you. I'm not targeting you. That's just the way it is. Thank you. It's just the way it is. Okay. These are $1. Buy it now. Thank you for still being here, Heather, and thank you to all the people who are lurking. These are $1. These are I understand. These are pierced earrings. These are those 1990s heavy duty, not gauges, but that whole like hip hop rap style. The glass cut in here is so good. They are light orange. So this was for men or women. Rapper days. Remember these huge stones? And look at the backs on these. Look at what does it say? The heck does it say? Are they cufflinks? Are they not earrings? I mean, they're just insane. I just remember these as earrings. What does that say? Oh boy, what does this say? What? Okay, this is gonna bug the bejesus out of me. Michael Kors. They're Michael Kors. Y'all remember the designer Michael Kors, who was everywhere in clothing? Wasn't Michael Kors wasn't Michael Kors someone in sports? Do not know. But that's Michael Korr. Michael Kors. So that dates these. Wowzers. And are they maybe cufflinks instead of earrings? Not a clue, man. But Zen is all about it. So they're sold to Zen. Michael Kors. See, they have the stop like post earrings. So that's why I assumed that they are earrings. Wow. Yeah, well, that would be the other thing, but I'm about to show some tie tacks. So they're very different than this. I mean, these are so heavy. These are so heavy. And so the backs may need to be that way to keep them on. I don't know. Wow. Michael Kors. Thank you, Zen. Wow. Unbelievable. Zen. Where's your. Okay, now that you. Hold on. You need a little bag. I have been bagging up so much stuff. So remember, y'all, if you get a plastic Ziploc, where's your little thing? Ziploc bag from me. The price that's written on it has nothing to do with the item in it. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm going to show this in a minute. I'm going to keep on keeping on with this. Let's do, God, this is ridiculous. I can't tell you. Okay, where is it? Teeny tinies. And where's the other? No, don't come over here. Here it is. So the two of these together are going to be $1. And these are pierced earrings. The two of these together are going to be $1. And I think these did not come together or go together on purpose in any way. But I I think $2 for both of them is fair. And I do remember these might have originally, we're going back to Claire's now, when you would buy large, medium, small, smaller, and stack up your ears. Oh, buy it now for, okay, let's just make them $1. That's fine. That's fine. No, they're. I was gonna $2, but $1 is fine. Let's just leave it as is. Look at how teeny. So that's what I think these were. I think these were stackers. But that doesn't mean. Look how tiny. I mean, that's like 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. So you remember how you'd stack them up? Yeah. So that's one pair. Oh no, we're good with selling it for $1. Both of them for $1. And then here's the next size up. This one, is it this one? No, it's this one. Has some black in there, but I don't think that has to do with the metal. I can't get I wish I had a Q-tip. Hold on. Yes, Ducky. I don't think that has to do with the metal. Yeah, see, I've just put my DNA on here and I'm wiping it with a paper towel. It's just some dirt because I literally just went through these. So you get both sizes for $1. Pierced. Definitely 80s to 90s. And I am going to hopefully find it. There you go. A tiny bag and put them together just in case someone watches on the replay and is interested in them. I'll be able to find them. Putting them all in a bag over here. I have so many earrings. So many. So many. What can I do? Let's do. Yeah. Okay, hold on. These are so pretty. Okay, buy it now. $2. These are so pretty. Earrings, pearl dangle. These have no marking, but they're really well made. They have no maker's mark. I don't see anywhere where it says gold. However, it might have some electroplating going on. I just want you to see the. So there is the lever back. I love this type. Yep. Well, Rose is. Rose, don't you want to see the front? And look at that. Isn't that pretty? They are sold to Rose. Yeah. Hi, Ellie. How's it going? You missed a lot. And thank you for popping in. Thank you so much for popping in. I've kind of been doing a continuation of Tuesday. I showed some Jabbit pins towards the beginning. Leslie bought a couple, and then I got a really important phone call, and I had to stop for a minute, and she got some packages. And so if you like Jabbit pins, you might want to go back and give it a look-see. Let's see. Oh, my Lord. Okay, I'm going to switch it up to bracelets for a minute. How are you today, Ellie? Oh, what am I doing? I thought I got rid of that. Sorry. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're warm, dry, safe, happy, and healthy. And if you can't be all of those things, at least one of those things. Okay. These are, I love these. I love my plastics. I love these. They don't quite fit well over. I have to struggle just a little right here, even though I have a smaller hand. So I'm a 7.25. I'm going to go with that. These are a 6.75. These are not Bakelite. I have a pair that's Bakelite. Oh, hold on. Rose, you want the ones I just Rose. See, good thing I put these together. Rose. Hold on. So these were $1. Rose, you want these? Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Rose. Yeah, I've got earrings. Let me tell you, I got earrings everywhere. Okay, so back to these. These are gonna start at these. I love my plastic. I love my plastic bracelets. These are gonna start at 16. These are this. They're not Bakelite. I have a tortoiseshell Bakelite set that I'll be bringing, I think, tomorrow. These are like this glowy brown with the clear coat over top of it. They have, you see how they have a slight bit of a pattern? That ring light's blowing it out. I would say that these are probably 50s or 60s. So that's one of them. Glowy brown. Yep, glowy brown. This one is darker, but it still has that pattern. See right here? I don't know if they were trying to make it look like Bakelite or I don't know. I have had these and worn these since the 1980s, but I bought them at a thrift store. And I tested them. You can see the clear coat. They make the best sound. And look at all three together. They're almost like moon glow, but not because of the clear coat. And I used to wear them all the time. I'm disappointed they don't fit anymore. I have so much plastic. So much plastic. Okay. Remember, I don't do recaps. So, and I will bring the Bakelite. And if I don't, y'all just yell at me and I'll go pick it up. So as long as we're on that, this is going to be, this is, I think I got to get up 1 second and turn my fan off over here. Hold on, y'all. It's been warm here, but right about this time of day, it starts cooling down, and I just had a whole nother cord, turned it up, a whole nother cord of wood delivered yesterday. And the wood is wet because, okay, Ellie, because we had an atmospheric river. So it's not burning very well. So I got to do everything I can to keep it warm in here. So this is a mystery. The black, I kind of, it's carved. I didn't test this. This might be Bakelite. At first I was thinking steer. It's also got the brass. So then you're talking India. So then you might be talking steer horn. But it doesn't really have that quality. It doesn't have all the other colors. Right? But it is carved. And it is like, see right here? See that? I don't know. Black bullhorn? I don't know, y'all. I know this is an older piece. That it's thick. It's carved. You can feel it. You can see it. This starts at 10. This was mine for a couple decades. This was mine. See, this is from carving, the lighter and the darker. And right here, and look at all this. It's carved. So it's either a much older homemade Bakelite or it's natural substance. And I mean, obviously I could get up and get my 409 and test it. And if no one buys it, there's a reason I have it and I've had it for so long. You can tell how old it is from all of this. I will test just to make sure it's not Bakelite and bring it back tomorrow. It starts at 10. Brass and black. It's really hard to tell. I mean, I have stuff from bone and from carved from animal, and this one is a mystery to me. So, yeah. And it too is probably a 6.75. Now you need to have a skinny hand. See, if this was skinnier, it would fit on my wrist. If it was hinged, it would fit on my wrist. It is 2.5 inches. So that's normally a 7.25. It's just that it won't go over my knuckles. So that's why I'm, you can't always go off the cone. You can't always go off of just measuring across. You have to also try to put it on. You have to is it concave? All that stuff comes into play. It's a beautiful old piece. So think about it, y'all. Think about it, y'all. Look at this. So these are not Bakelite, but I have ones that tested Bakelite that are very bang on similar to this. Hey, Gigi. Oh, Gigi. Hi. Everyone say hi to my buddy Gigi. Gigi, how's your husband, honey? I'm still praying for you and him. Gigi, the 3 striped bracelets were $16. Do you have tiny hands? Do you have tiny hands? Tinier than me? These ones. See how they glow? They're like moon glow. So those were 16, Gigi, honey. If you're interested in everyone, if he's saying okay, if everyone could throw up, your good intentions, your prayers, your whatever it is that you do for Gigi, I would be very grateful. Hi, Becky. How's it going? Karen was here, and I was saying how we were all going to be together on, I think it's March 15th. They are about a 6.75, Gigi. So I'm a 7.25. They don't fit without me really pushing over my knuckles right here. If my knuckles were a little slenderer, it would fit down here just fine. So that's my problem, is I have fat knuckles. So it would fit a 7.25. It would fit a 7, but you just have to be able to get it. I'm calling it a 6.75 just because you want that slenderer hand to get it over, right? And then we have these incredible tortoiseshell spacers for $14. These are the tortoiseshell ones. Love these. These are, what did I say, 14? I think I said 14. I seriously, I've had these since the 80s. But they're older than that, and they're like 1950s, 1960s. They are a takeoff on Bakelite, and I hate it that they're not fitting me, but they're not. I mean, look. They do. So they do. They go over, right? And there they are. And I'm a 7.25, but I'm just pushing it a little. And I'm just at that age where it's like, if it gets stuck on me, I just, There you go. Gigi. So, Gigi, these would fit you. They fit me. They're just the spacers for 14. And they don't weigh hardly anything. And they're like see-through. The glow is really good. Okay. So, either one of those would fit. Let me know. These are 14. And these with the moon glowish thing are 16 for the set. Did everyone say a prayer for my Gigi? Okay. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do a couple of the earrings that I sorted out for today and show a few tie tacks and cufflinks and be done. And Gigi, if you decide on anything, just let us know, honey. You can always let me know later. So this brooch is going to start at 16. 1950s swedge. The small rhinestones are open to the light. It is about 2.5 inches. They are glass. You're welcome, Gigi. They are glass, and look at that. This starting at 16. If you know, and if you suspect, like I do, then you know. They are glass. If you look up this color combination, and the stacking and the time frame, the mixture of these, some people call it like almost like a fruit salad. It's worth double or triple that amount. And I don't really have but one of these in my own personal collection. Oh, Ellie's in. I was about to say, I don't have but one of these in my personal collection. So I was like, well, I'll be happy to keep it actually. So if anyone else wants to come in at 17 or better, now is the time. We're going to go ahead and do fair warning and count it down. And yeah, if you know, you know, your designers. Ellie might. It's 2.25 inches in diameter, and these colors, delicious. Yay, Ellie. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. And I did get your information, and I think you just got a really good brooch, and I think you know what it is. I think you know what this is, Ellie. Because if you're driving and you're bidding, and you're like, wait a minute, I need that. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's so many earrings and whatnot in there. Okay. It's y'all are gonna be inundated with earrings for a while, and I apologize. Whoops. Okay, these start at $6. Hold on. $1970s probably. Hand done. Possibly Native American, but then again, people were doing this at home, selling them at dead shows, in little boutique stores on Telegraph Avenue. So, you know, I think the color combinations are gorgeous. The fringe. They're about 2.5 inches long. So not a shoulder duster, but not shabby. Rose is in at 6. They're really pretty rose. They're really pretty. I like the pink with the white and the black a lot. So someone would need to come in at 7. And we can say fair warning and count it down so that I can get to a few more items. They are, Gigi. Thank you. Sold to Rose. Pink and black. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Rose. These need to go. See, Amazon. I can't really drive over the hill myself so much anymore, but I don't know when my partner's coming back up here. I have to find out because Amazon, they're going to be building a warehouse over in the big little city. I think it'll be done by the end of this year. So then we'll have an Amazon distribution center. But until then, it takes over a week. Up to like 10 days to get stuff here. So I'm going to go order organza bags, and they're not happening. They're not going to be here. So these are West Germany. These are plastic AB done with wire wrap and brass pins to hold them on, clip-on earrings. They're AB plastic, and they are starting at 4. There is the West Germany. And here is the front. West Germany is generally one of my favorite costume jewelry makers. I was surprised when these were AB plastic instead of black glass. Usually they would have been black glass. And I see that Rose is in at 4. Here's the other one. And they stack up really nicely. I know a lot of people would be selling these for starting at, more like 12 or more. See the metal wire wrapping right there? Yeah. Okay, we can go ahead and do fair warning and count it down for Rose. These are really nice. West Germany is great. Rose, that was a screaming deal. Good for you. Good for you. Seriously, these are great. Okay. So a couple more earrings, and then I'm just going to ask who these are. I'm going to ask if anyone, and I'll do one last giveaway. if anyone is interested in the Titacs or not. But this is 1, 2. Wait a minute. Why is that? 1, 2. Oh, let's do these also. 3. I have, just goes on and on and on and on, the earrings. Oh, bracelets and rings. Well, but Deborah, you don't like plastic, right? Oh yeah. Yes, Rose, your rose ring. Yeah. Pass. Rose, what are you passing on? Oh, the tie tax. Got it. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. But you don't like plastic bracelets, is what I mean. You're more like cuffs or whatnot, like copper cuffs, etc. Yeah, I got it, Rose. I figured that out. Thank you. Okay, well, I think these are I honest to I honest to God think these are early. I think they're turn of the century or 10s or 20s, and I'll tell you why. And they are in incredible shape for that. And they start at, because I got such a good price, they start at 13. And I am going to show you why. They are crystal, AB crystal. Here's the back. Look how old that clip-on configuration is. See that? The light is even allowed to shine through right there. That's unusual. The other thing, that is a huge clue to me, is look at the prongs. I mean, talk about, it's almost like the hands or whatever in the 40s or the, prior. Super long, the tax code, but that's not what it is. Look at that. That is not a 50s or 60s thing. And then here, blah. Yes. If I don't kill everything first. Here they are. And so this, because I dropped it, I almost think that this might have been silver plate and may still have some. You have your huge AB long crystal, which is also really unusual right there. And then your spacer, and then the hexagonal carved ball with the rod. Incredible. Good night, Heather. Sleep well. So these are old. These are old. And like I said, I did not test them for silver or silver plate that's wearing off or any of the rest of it because I have so many. And these are heavy. But I've had so many of this stuff in my hands that I can tell the design of them. They're older. Pretty. Nobody's interested. See, these are one of those that I know I could list and do well listing. So, you never know. You have any pierced hoops? Good Lord, girl. Seriously, Gigi. I do have all kinds of stuff like that, but I'm gonna do some tomorrow, but not too many, because I know that I have. I know I passed on some too, but you've been watching the whole time, so you've been here. Now, what is happening with this? Hold on. What is happening with this? Okay. Gigi, this is not quite what you're saying, but it's in that vein, and I think they're freaking fabulous. These start at $8. But they're not start. They not start. They are a buy it now at $8. They are super light. Oh, and this can be like that or like that. And I think it's supposed to be like that. They're hanging. They're really light. They have all that great movement. They are. It's hard to tell if they're brass or a very light copper. And they are about 2 inches. I love these. And these, I don't think these were mass produced, but then again, I'm not sure. But I talk about 70s, 80s. Summertime. Oh, Gigi. Well, there you go. Okay, and I do, thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Gigi. I know what you're talking about. You just want, you want the post that goes through, or you want the wire, Gigi? Gigi, let me know which one it is you're talking about. And so then I can make a note to myself to look for that, because I have so many. So I'm going to do 2 more pieces, and I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a either a pop-up or a drop sale of my tie-tack collection. So I want to do a giveaway and see if people actually participate before I show my 2 last items. Gigi, I mean, I even have necklaces in here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and these tribal earrings. Okay, I'm going to do 3, but I'm going to do a giveaway right now. So, giveaway. I'm going to write a different number. It's going to be between 1 and 12. And it is for this really cool ball and chain keychain boot. I love this charm. And it has a jump ring. So it's on this old, like 70s, 80s ball and chain. But you could take that charm off and put it on anything you want. It's hollow. I love it. Keep going. And I mean, it's not going to fit as a bracelet. It's meant to go on a keychain or on your purse, but I think it's a pretty kick-ass boot. 7, 9, 4. Keep going. One of you is very close, I'll tell you that. Really close. So close. You guys. Up. 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 I'm so sorry. Up. Up. Down. Becky. Becky. You got it. Becky got it. 10. Becky, you got it. So you don't have a box, but you want it. So I will mail it to you. Becky, congratulations. I will just put it in a send to Gigi. Oh, Becky. Oh, Becky. That's really nice. Oh, I put Zen. I liked his little faces, so what the heck. That's really sweet. Gigi, Becky's giving you this little boot. I love this thing. I want lots of these. Gigi. Thank you, Becky. Gigi. Gigi's good people. Okay. 2 more items. These are wait a minute. I got hold on. 1, 2, wait a minute. Buckle my shoe. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. What the heck? Okay, wait a minute. That goes with that. And that goes with, where's the other one? We have it with this. Okay, got it. Oh my good Lord. Okay. Becky is a sweetheart. She's a really, Becky is good people. Becky is good people. Becky has been there, and I've been with Becky from the beginning, and I love it. So these have no maker. They're probably 90s. I don't know, maybe even later. They are a buy it now for $5. They are dyed stone. Just some dyed stone. Light green, orange, and blues, and a yellow. They are gold tone. They are pierced. They are probably shoulder dusters. They are pretty freaking fabulous. Almost, but not quite shoulder dusters. Look at that. Again, good Easter. These are perfect pastel Easter earrings. Yeah, that's what these are. These are pastel Easter earrings. Wow. 3 inches long. Yep. I mean, they're just, a lot of these earrings are just fun. Others are like really cool vintage. These, though, yeah, if you don't have like super older ears, these are great. Okay. These go in here we are going to leave the $5 up. I think these could be worth more, but that's okay. These can also be $5. Make life simple, make life easy. I think so. These remind me very much. See that thin mother of pearl? Super, super thin. Little ovals on, they hang like that. One's a little longer, one's a little shorter. Artisan. They remind me of those seahorse, really old seahorse screw-on earrings that I had, because they're so thin and they're that kind of more monotone mother of pearl. We went through that whole talk about different types of mollusks that produce the nacre. Nacre? Remember, how do you say that, Ducky? So I'm thinking that these are probably not abalone, but are like oyster or something. And they're just super lightweight. 45. I got a whole stack of 45 records. If anyone's interested, please, dear God, let me know. Yeah. So they're just fun. That is the point. And they weigh nothing. They weigh nothing. Nacre. It's like naked baby. Nacre. $5. Nacre. Naked baby. That's all I can think of. Naked butt. Not China. It's like, right? Oh, good Lord. Okay. These are going to start. These are tribal. How vintage are they? I'm not sure. This was a big thing in the 80s. They have the earring wire style of the 80s, possibly 70s. These are going to start at $8, and then I have one last item after this, and I know it's been all pretty much earrings, but I have a ton of them, and so that's what's happening today. I'm hungry too. So these are buy it now, $7. And what just happened? Hold on. That's on me because I have so many earrings. There you go. Okay. I love these. I love the tribal dangle. And then the wire wrapping. And then this is some type of blue stone. I have no idea what type of blue stone, none at all. And I tell you another thing, nowhere on here does any of this say 925, but some of this seems as though it's a possibility. All right. And I don't know what this stone is that's wrapped in here. See how it's wrapped with like a silver wire? I don't know what it is. Do you like these, Ducky? Is this the type of thing you like? I think they're gorgeous. They are, I'll measure them, but I think they're about 2.5 inches. And that's all hand done wiring. And then the top is, so the top is this really interesting stacked handmade cap put together really tightly. So I don't know. And this blue stone, that's a part of the stone. The white spot there, and there's a white spot on the back of it. At first I thought it was chips. No, it's not. That's the earrings. Yeah, well, $7. There they are. Boom. Anyone watching on the replay? You got it. Okay. These last are a buy it now for 10. Maybe Indian, maybe Malaysian, maybe Philippines, maybe African. Tribal earrings are hard for me to pin down, Deborah. Yeah. So this is the last item. Buy it now, $10. And then I'm going to go have a snack, close the front door, and I'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Look at these. Buy it now, $10. My God, these are chandelier style. Instant elevation. $10. Here's the back. So I think these are probably, well, the metal is stamped, and then that's not 1970s disco. Yeah. Aren't these gorgeous? Love them. That's all you need. $10. That is all you need. And we're going out. So I don't do recaps, y'all. Nope. And I've gone way over my 2 hours, even though I was late. And then the cat turned off my internet. And I had to turn it back on. But I appreciate all of you. No, Gigi? What do you mean? So those were $10, but no one was interested, so we passed. That darn cat. That darn cat. That is a great Disney movie with Halle Berry. Yep. Okay. Thank you for looking. Please watch on the replay. I went through a ton of earrings. I will have even more, but I'm not going to inundate. I'm not going to bombard you with only earrings. Tomorrow will be something entirely different. Thank you, Ducky. Thank you, friends. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful, safe evening. And I'll see you around, and I'll see you tomorrow, maybe at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you, Deborah. And Deborah, I'm going to fix your invoice right now. Yep. Bye.